This morning, and it's time to get it rolling. The AM 990 Business Spotlight taking off right here, right now. Here's your host, George Bryant.
Thank you, John, and welcome to this beautiful Tuesday Business Spotlight. Proud to have this morning. Let's Talk Growth with Tracy Strickland of Tribe Bank. Good morning, Tracy.
George, another sunny Tuesday.
I know it, man. Those Tuesdays are just a special day here in Memphis and in our studios. And you're always bringing some great guests in. Today we're honored to have Brit Boatright. He's the Chief Banking Officer. In a moment we're going to chat with him a little bit. But I want to kind of talk about a little bit of the background of Triumph Bank in case our listeners are just tuning in. They didn't catch our segment last week. But you guys are really celebrating your 10th anniversary, which is
We are
awesome.
A decade of growth. We started in 2006, and we have just been proud to be one of those small local community banks that has continued to help small businesses grow in our community. And
doing a great job, and it's so refreshing to hear. And as we're kind of peeling back and getting inside the bank and seeing all the great, it seems like a lot of talent you guys have pulled together for the bank. It's first class.
Without a doubt. And one of them is our guest today, and I'm really excited to get to introduce our guest speaker today. And he's our brand new Chief Banking Officer. He started just as we got a new mayor this year. We've got a new Chief Banking Officer, and it's Brit Boatright, and I am thrilled to have him here, and he's got a lot of great insights to share with us today.
Brit, welcome in.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
First 100 days?
First 100 days was fantastic, and I'm getting settled in, finding my way around, reacclimating myself with Memphis, so it's been fantastic.
And tell us a little bit, what does a Chief Operating Officer do?
The Chief Banking Officer is really a title that focuses on the banking products across the bank, and so it starts with strategic planning. It includes budgeting and then executing our strategy. And so specifically, I provide direction and support to all of our team of bankers involved in loan approval, loan pricing, deposit pricing, hiring staff, and so all production at the bank reports in. And so I'm involved in lots of the fun stuff in banking, which is going out and bringing in new clients.
Well, that seems like quite a job. You moved to Memphis, and we always like to ask people about, why do they come to Memphis? What attracted you? Living in Nashville, right?
Yeah, I went to school at Ole Miss, and I worked in the Memphis market until about '98 when I was the bank I worked for was acquired, and I was relocated to Nashville. Always had plans of coming back. We've got family in North Mississippi. I've got kids at Ole Miss. And then just the overall affordability of Memphis. I love the Southern culture. It's an entrepreneurial city.
Yeah.
Traffic is manageable. I was able to get here this morning in about 5 minutes, so that is something that
it's
you
funny
can't
how
do.
You say that when we all complain. I had another buddy of mine said, "You don't know traffic."
That's right.
They're from L.A.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you like Memphis?
I do like Memphis. That on a personal level, and then on a professional level. This opportunity with Triumph Bank to come in after really the hardest work has already been done. The first 10 years of starting a bank and growing a bank and reaching profitability and putting processes in place, those things are in place. There's nothing broke for me to fix. It's really just to help take us to the next level. And so the opportunity to come work with Will Chase, our CEO, and our board and our talented group of bankers, Tracy, has just been a great opportunity for me.
So let's talk a little bit more about what is appealing to you about Triumph Bank.
Well, when I did my research on Triumph Bank, the first thing that jumped out at me was really what you talked about in the very beginning of this show, and that's let's talk growth. And so when you think that, your first instincts are that's just growing a business or growing a bank, but it's more than that. It starts with growing the employee, who then, in fact, can help grow local companies. That, in fact, helps grow the Memphis economy. And then the result of that for us is it helps us grow assets and grow profitability to maximize shareholder value. So growth permeates throughout the organization. We are looking to grow and helping others to grow. And so that was very refreshing and really got my attention when I did my initial research. And then, the local focus historically, the success of this bank, one of the keys to the success has been the local ownership, a local board of directors that knows the Memphis economy, local bankers who are respected in this community. And then, as important, we make local investments because this is home, and that's really key to community banking. So that had some appeal to me as well. And then the expertise in delivering financial solutions to local businesses. Triumph Bank was just recognized as the second largest business lender in the city. And so that's a huge honor when you think about the number of banks in this town. And Triumph Bank is number 2 in the amount of loans that we have out to local business. So the business community is validated that we know how to bank businesses. And so that is really nice to be able to validate that. And we do that with sound underwriting. That's evidenced by our clean credit quality. We don't have a lot of problem loans to manage. We've got a clean portfolio. And so it's just a great opportunity for me to come in and be part of.
And here we are right in Memphis. We're talking with Brit Boatright with Triumph Bank and Tracy Strickland. Let's talk growth. We'll be right back. You're listening to AM 990.
KWAM, it's Memphis this morning for you. Tuesday, April the 12th. Good, cool start for the day, 52 degrees. Here's your host for the AM 990 Business Spotlight, George Bryant.
Thank you, John, and welcome back to our studios. A beautiful Tuesday, and it's Tuesday means Let's Talk Growth with Tracy Strickland with Triumph Bank, and welcome back to our studios.
It is so great to be here, and I really love being able to bring our team members in and really talk about what they're passionate about, and to be able to have such great new talent at Triumph, such as Brit, come in from Nashville and be able to, he had a really great strategy when he came in, as far as, he had tons of expertise as far as how he grew his bank in Nashville. And I'd love for him to share a little bit about, we kind of joke. I was listening to Mayor Strickland talk about, his first 100 days in office. And I just was talking with Brit yesterday. I said, you've kind of completed your first 100 days at Triumph. And I know that he's remodeling a condo and has been living with dust. And what's amazing is he never brings that in the office. I never knew he was going through all of that. So, but he brings such a great background and has had such a great, I think, point of view as far as coming in new. Sometimes you would think, I'm just going to come and do all this, all these different things and have my own agenda. And he was so different about that and had such a unique perspective to really learn and grow. So I would love for him to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I think that's one of the things that you were saying, that is he listened. I think that's really good. Brit Boatright in the studio. Brit, so what are your thoughts about your vision now that you've been in the hot seat for a while, and what do you see that is going on for Memphis in the business growth area?
Well, as Tracy said, my first 100 days, when she and I talked briefly yesterday, the first word that came to my mind was listen. And I've been in the banking industry about 25 years and have found that you've got to really listen before you act. And I coach myself on that daily, but I really put myself through the ringer when I arrived in Memphis January 1, and took the approach of, this bank is a great organization. It doesn't need somebody to fix anything. But there are opportunities to grow and to get better, and to have a little different approach. I was a bank president in Nashville, had run a Nashville bank, and so had seen a lot of different areas of the bank, had seen retail, had seen commercial. I've got a real deposit focus. When you ask somebody who their bank is, it's the name of the bank on their checking account. And so it's really important for me that all the folks that we do business with recognize we are their bank, and they see our name on their checking account every time they write a check, swipe a debit card, that we are the bank. When they get online, they come to our bank. And so we're much more than a transactional bank, and really want to grow relationships. But the first 100 days, spent a lot of time listening. In fact, my goal the first week, I told Will Chase, our CEO, on Monday morning when I arrived, he said, what do you got planned for the week? So my plan is to spend at least an hour or two face-to-face with each of our bankers and find out a little bit more about them personally, professionally, what they like about the bank, what makes us special, what's our value proposition, and really spend time with them and get to know them on a personal level. Yeah. And in doing so, really learned a lot about what our strengths were, what our opportunities were, and then I've been spending time with each of those bankers, out meeting with their clients and prospects, hearing from the Memphis business community what it is they want, why they like doing business with us. And I consistently heard, as I went out with our bankers, just a personal desire to please the client. And we're not order takers. When you start a bank from scratch, every piece of business is a battle won.
Yeah.
And so you're very proud of what you've done. You want to keep it. You want to grow it. And so I heard over and over again from our clients how much they like doing business with the banker, the personal relationship. And so that is a cornerstone to our organization, and it's really one of the building blocks, of what we do.
And wrapping up, Brit, what are you excited about for Memphis? Is it in a good position of growth for business?
I think it is. I mentioned some of the reasons that I was excited about the relocation. Affordability, that's a strength to Memphis.
Yeah.
Affordability is big. The entertainment opportunities in Memphis are big. I've seen several headquarter relocations to Memphis just since I've been in town and reading the paper and kind of catching up and getting back in tune. The geographic location is fantastic. I'm excited about what our new mayor, his agenda.
Absolutely.
I think that is very helpful. Definitely a pro-business community, tremendous amount of entrepreneurial aspirations in this town. And so I think Memphis is poised for growth, and we want to be part of it.
You are. That's exciting. You guys, we ran a little bit long. I know we have so much to say. Britt, thank you so much for being here. Tracy, we'll be back next week. Let's talk growth with Tracy Strickland, Triumph Bank. Great people, triumphbank.com. Check them out. They got a great website. You're listening to